Yo, YouTube, what's good? It's Aeghis. Today's video is going to be me going over a game that I had versus jungle, and instead of just releasing it like I normally do, I just wanted to kind of talk over it a little bit and give you guys a little insider info and why we're doing certain things, and just hope I can help anyone who is struggling in this current meta into certain matchups. So the first thing I'll go over here is the build I'm running. So the build I'm running is going to be Blink Stun with Resolve yet again. Basically, this allows you to be a unkillable tank into jungle because you can self-sustain pretty hard with just your barriers, alter, and adequate LOS, and also being able to just blink out of any stun and get a nice barrier as well. So that's kind of the reasoning behind that. I'm also running a little niche pick, the cloak, what is it called? Not prismatic cloak, Netherwind armor over Tinder. I'm tending to go a little bit of a more defensive build into this because like I said, you really just want to be an unkillable tank into this. And then for my conduits, I'm playing heal block because, like I said, you just want to be as unkillable as you can. You need to force this jungle to not go you, and playing Resolve is also part of that. That helps you kind of just land those important CCs and just overall be more tanky and annoying to the jungle. So that's kind of the build I'm running into. You can see I'm also using my Resonator Trinket. But yeah, let's start watching the game here. Yeah, so the general idea into this matchup is that we want to kill the Hunter. The Priest most of the time is playing Res Legendary, which makes it a little bit harder to just kind of train the Priest. But yeah, you can go Priest and Hunter as well. Those are kind of the two targets. And then Feral can also be looked at. People don't look at Feral enough in jungle. If they're positioned really poorly, you can also force a lot of cooldowns from them in a swap. But anyways, let's see what happens.
You like gatekeeper, okay? On Aeghis?
Yeah. Like me
just
standing between the hunter and...
Yeah, pits on the hunter when he wants to see, okay?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so right out the gates, you can hear kind of our game plan is that as the mage, I need to be kind of using a lot of DRs on the hunter, especially when they're trying to do their go. Like, you as the mage, especially as Blink Stun Resolve, since you're like kind of immune to a lot of stuff, you can really interrupt the hunter's go, as you'll see in this game here.
Dodge the flare.
Some new stats without me.
Yeah. We had to, man.
Huh. Fade. Yeah.
Yeah, so the hunter comes out.
I can pre him.
Fade. Yeah.
Gotta get. Cheaping. They let me.
I pre-DB. He cheap shots, I sheep. There's a lot of stuff that could have went wrong here. Could have gotten triple rolled by this Feral here. He opts to stun explicit. Really, we just kind of did a go to get the game started. The first go is never going to be like this unless you can get CC on the pet of some sort, because Ross is going to just be available for the first go. So we'll see.
That's
Oh, he gets on my resi. Yeah, intims you. I'm on you.
Stuns me.
Yeah, good. I'm gonna bust really late. Bust. Oh no, he
Roy's me.
okay, I see. You're off that? Yeah, good.
He wills.
Okay, so this go wasn't, it wasn't perfect, but it wasn't terrible. We didn't get Ross. We didn't really get a whole lot of like really important trades like Trinkets or Turtle or Ross or anything. But we did get Will, we got GS. He presses Night Fae wall. So that's just something, we didn't do it perfect, but we did force some cooldowns. What we could have done better is probably warded explicit in the opener or ward himself. But yeah.
That was my evasion already, dude.
Yeah, I warded for guarding you.
Okay, sheeping hunter now. On his.
Yeah, this Feral doesn't have a fleshcraft. He can actually get blasted right now. And Priest on blind ER, okay?
Yeah, sure. I sheep ward.
Yeah, get the ward.
So that's something that's pretty important is I sheep the ward instead of spell stealing it because it was just in my line, so it was like a free thing to just do there. I'm kind of forcing the Priest to go to a really awkward position, especially for where his Feral's at. You can see here, explicit ops to double step button healer, and step back to the Feral. Get to in cat form. So I'm just doing damage, getting my CC. He trinkets because mind games hits.
Getting priest. I'll get his trinket maybe.
Fair low.
Oh, he's just on my line.
Oh my god.
The eggs. Priest trinket.
So this was a really successful go from us. You can see that we swapped the Feral in a really bad spot. And we basically just forced pretty much everything from him. We got auto proc, we got wall, skin, Aegis, trinket, everybody's trinket.
It's priest trinkets, priest
so
trinkets, triple trinket.
That's what I'm kind of saying. Like in the opener, like you can get really lethal swaps onto the feral if you can catch him in cat and out of position.
Boys, triple trinket. Yeah.
Because something to note is like, why wouldn't you just do that go on hunter? Well, the hunter is also orc and he's wearing Sephuz, so you have a lot less stun duration to work with. So that's why like sometimes you can get those nice feral swaps and why they're so juicy.
They're still lining each other. Yeah.
I see.
I'm sheeping hunter, sheeping hunter, sheeping hunter. He has trap. He has
So this goes back to what I was saying earlier. You know, off DR, you pretty much need to be spam sheeping this hunter as soon as you notice that he's like trying to screw around with your healer. So you can see here I track DRs right here. Except my healer has no like death, no fade, no ward, and the hunter has a trap. So like it's pretty obvious that this hunter wants to sheep him.
Watch,
So I'm trying to stop it.
Yeah.
He gets feared, so I know for sure this hunter is going to try to trap off of that fear. I have a couple tools and DRs to work with to stop it. I have a root, which I'm going to do off the sheep.
I can rid him off this. Yeah. I'm trying to stop.
And then as soon as I get him on global,
this trap on you.
He gets out of the
DB?
How does he get out of that?
DB.
He gets out of the root, and then I DB on his harpoon, which was really, really clutch because now my healer isn't going to get trapped off.
Nice, dude. Nice. You're so good.
Fearl's getting baited in a sec.
Yep. I free sheep. I gotta juke death first.
Do it.
I gotta.
I'm on the feral.
I juke death.
Yeah.
So this was a really cool communication between me and Explicit here. Is I kind of told him that I could free sheep, which lets him know that he can just send the kidney. Like he doesn't have to worry about helping me get CC most of the time. You can also see I have immunity. That's what this shield means. So I'm chilling. Like
I free sheep. I gotta juke death
he chasses it off, but like it doesn't matter, right?
first.
Do it.
I gotta.
I'm on the feral.
I juke death.
So I juke death here, but actually going back, this is a really small, minute thing, but I shouldn't even have faked death here. I should have just sheeped into death, because the time that like the global of pressing death and getting sheeped would have been better than him jumping off here.
Yeah.
He lines it.
Fear the center.
Some priest, quick. I get it. Okay.
I try to tell my rogue to stun really quick with loss of emphasis because I knew that if he got into the bomb, bad things could happen. But luckily we get the sheep and the chief kind of at the same time.
Go.
I trigger.
And the feral dies. So that was pretty good. Yep, and you can see a lot of the stuff that happens in these games are on goes like without even having bust, or like there wasn't a single go in this game where like I pressed bust and someone reacted to it, right? It was most of the time just non-bust goes that actually force cooldowns. And that's kind of the thing I want to get across is that you know, you have the damage to kill as rogue mage without combust. Like you have mind games, you have echoing, you have disciplinary command with rune of power, you have resonators. So when people are just like, yeah, but I mean jungle has Ross, it's like, yeah, they do have Ross, but you can play around it a lot, you know. Basically this hunter didn't press it the whole time because it wasn't a bust go. So the hunters that trade Ross on bust, like they just script it like that, that's fine, you know, like, but you can play around that in a way. You don't just have to bust you don't have to bust if you have it, you know, like if you're trying to play around Ross.
Things you
play like gatekeeper, okay?
But yeah, anyways, that's that matchup. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you have any questions, please let me know. I know it's kind of a shorter game, but yep. Anyways, that's all I really have, and peace.